Yep, there it goes. Exactly what I'm talking about. Only happens when it's hot. All that took was like 10 minutes and a little bit of scrubbing and cleaning. It makes no sense not to try this. I've been having some issues with my 08 Toyota Camry. It drives perfect, but when I stop at the light, the oil pressure light flickers on. Kind of wants to die. It kind of dips about to the 3,000 RPM range. I'm gonna see if I can show you. See, right now it's idling just fine in park. Dipping a little low there. Let's see. So normally, if you go into drive, normally it has to be a little warm. It'll dip down into a real rough idle. All right, it's either gonna happen now or the problem is fixed. We just went up a hill. Yep, there it goes. Exactly what I'm talking about. Only happens when it's hot. There is a throttle body back here. Basically what gives your engine air. It flaps on and off like an old muscle car, and it gets clogged up with carbon. It's super easy to reach, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to remove this and this. All right, so super easy. It was just 2 bolts, one here, and then you just have to unclip this, and there's 1 screw, and you can take off the top of the airbox. I took off the bottom just so I can give you a better visual. And then 2 hose clamps like this, which you just press. I always use a vice grip. That is what works for me. And boom, you're right at the throttle body. I'm gonna take some seafoam. This is just gas, or really pure gas, and it is really good at cleaning up carbon. You see all that black stuff? That is carbon. That should really be there. So we're gonna give that a nice little spray. Just gonna let that sit for maybe a good 15 minutes. Help loosen that up. Already that is looking 1,000 times better. Let's try and get this edge right here, because that's really what's gonna have issues. Give it 1 more spray for good luck. Wipe down the edge and we'll see how that does. Final piece. Boom, boom. What did that take me, a minute? So, I mean, really, if your check engine or your oil pressure light is doing this, might as well give it a go. It's going to be way cheaper than having anybody else look at it. That person really is not going to be able to give you 100% answer unless they've done this before. And even if they have, like, it's hard to say. Just make sure to do all the bolt presses in, tighten everything back up, and you should be good to go. So at first glance, it's holding nicely. Seems a little bit higher up in the RPM range. That's always good. All right, it's the next day. Been driving for about 25 minutes now. So if this stoplight doesn't produce anything, I believe it's fixed. Let's see how it does. Wow, check that out. Not even a slight dip. That is awesome right there. Not wavering at all. We'll check it again in a few minutes after I finish this drive. That looks really good. Alright, so this is my final stop at work. Been driving for about 30 minutes. That is doing well. Feels 100 times better. You can just feel the car breathing, and it's not really doing it. Like it was gasping for air before. Let's put in reverse just to make sure. Yeah, nothing. This thing is rock solid. I'm so glad I checked, because it just changed from a mechanic special to the reliable car that it is. And all that took was like 10 minutes and a little bit of scrubbing and cleaning. It makes no sense not to try this. I didn't find really any other YouTube video or forum explaining that little flashing light for Toyota specific cars. So hopefully this helps you. It would have helped me a lot. And yeah, give that a clean and you should be running really good again.